Alright, let's check out some more cap on this app. Woman divorces husband after ChatGPT reads his coffee grounds and predicts affair. ChatGPT predicting an affair is crazy. What the fuck? You shouldn't trust generative AI to come up with the right answers all the time. Even the tool's own disclaimers warn to check their responses for factual accuracy. And they're clearly not renowned for their ability to read tea leaves. But one woman put so much faith in ChatGPT's divination skills that she divorced her husband of 12 years after it interpreted the remains of his coffee mugs as signs of infidelity. What? Rather than using ChatGPT's image skills to create Studio Ghibli style pictures, a Greek women are using ChatGPT to do astrology. That's interesting. Decided they believe in Greek gods, not what? Anyway, let's keep going. Decided to experiment with the trend of AI tassiography. Tassiography? Tassiography. A form of divination that interprets shapes left by tea leaves or sometimes coffee grounds or wine sediment after the cup is drank. She uploaded a photo of her husband's Greek coffee grounds and asked with the AI to interpret them. The chatbot interpretation was that the husband was fantasizing about having an affair with a younger woman whose name began with E, and that was destined to begin a relationship with this person. The wife also uploaded a photo of remains of the coffee grounds. Chat was more damning for the husband. It claimed he was already having an affair with this other woman, that she was trying to destroy the wife's family. What? I don't see how you can trust astrology, let alone tea leaves. Astrology is one thing, but tea leaves, like, if he shook the cup a little bit differently, it would be completely off. The woman then did what any other normal person. She filed for divorce without telling what she went through with it. Speaking on the Green Morning Show to, I don't know who this person is, the husband said that the wife was often into trendy things and believing getting ChatGPT to read coffee grounds would be fun. He laughed it off as nonsense, but she didn't. She told me to leave and informed they had kids too. Next thing I knew, I was getting a call from her lawyer. I mean, I feel bad for the kids because like they have to deal with her for the rest of their life. But this is he kind of got out scot free. I hope he doesn't have to pay her anything because this is weird. The man refused to agree to a mutual separation naturally. Okay, so he didn't fold. So he was served with divorce papers 3 days later. His lawyer is pushing the seemingly obvious argument that claims made by an AI have no legal standing. Of course they don't. Especially when it comes to reading tea leaves. AI reading a tea leaf is it you had to upload the photo. Maybe the photo was off. Like if she did the photo at a slightly weird angle slash degree, everything would have been different. Seems that the woman has a penchant for believing. I thought that said she had a penchant, like she got his penchant. I was about to say that's nasty work. A few years ago, she visited an astrologer, and it took a whole year for her to accept that none of it was real. Never trust these astrology chicks. This is what they do. This is what they do. One day they're cool, but because the stars misaligned, their whole week is ruined. This is what it is, man. Not only is the whole solution a sad thing, how much faith some people put in AI, yeah. We can also point out the readings traditionally look at foam patterns, the swirl, and the saucer, not just the leftover coffee grounds, to be honest with you. Well, this was not cap, but it should have been. This was no cap, but it should have been cap. This is disgusting work. Alright, what cap we got next? California officials find baby monkey and tremendous amount of meth in drug bust. Was the baby doing the baby snorting a meth pipe? The baby monkey. Is he snorting a meth pipe? No racial. A spider monkey was taken to the Oakland Zoo after a drug bust in Vallejo, Oakland Zoo, Northern California, during a major Northern California drug bust last week. Authorities discovered a baby spider monkey and 2 rattlesnakes in the person's home. In the home. So this is the spider monkey was taken from the zoo after a drug bust. Okay, so this guy just had the spider monkey in his house and they took it to the local zoo after. Okay. Why did he have a spider monkey and 2 rattlesnakes? It's not that bad, but where did you buy a spider monkey? These drug kingpins just be having exotic stuff. Like Shaq when he had that, I think Shaq had the tiger. And Kenny had like a zebra or something like that. In the person's home. The discovery came after deputies from Solano County Sheriff's Office pulled over a car in Vallejo on May 6th. The sheriff's office said this news release. Deputies have found a half a pound of methamphetamine, or $26,000 worth. That's kind of a little bit less than I thought. Thought this dude was a kingpin. In the car, a 50-year-old man. So he's been dealing for a while. Was subsequently arrested after the traffic stop, the sheriff said. Following day, detectives searched the man's home in Vallejo because the large amount of meth was enough to prompt concerns about the drug possibly being sold. Sergeant Rex Hawkins, what a name, the spokesperson for the office, told the gate, whatever, that is a tremendous amount of meth to have in a car. Half a pound is crazy. 26, right around with 26,000 in you. That's like 10 years in his trunk right there. Call of a rollover search warrant. During the search warrant, the man's home detectives found a baby spider monkey and 2 rattlesnakes. He also found another. Oh, he had another pound. So what is a pound? Like 50K. So 75,000. 2 more in cash. So he had about 80,000 at his crib. Who else knows what else? Who else knows what else he had? Man is facing several charges, including possession of a controlled substance for sale, exotic animals. He was probably trying to sell the monkeys too. Wonder how much they go for. The sheriff also said animal control removed the animals from the home and the spider monkey was turned over to the Oakland Zoo. The female monkey was taken to the zoo's veterinary hospital, where she said they're reported in decent health and estimated to be about a year and a half old. Oakland Zoo staff named the monkey Violetta. Yes, because Violet is something, who knows. The reform sales there says a CT scan physical Violet is a temporary home. She has blankets. The zoo doesn't have any spider monkeys in the exhibit. Spokesperson, when are we gonna take it? But yeah, damn. Kinda cap. I thought they saw the monkey doing like meth in the house or something, but they just found it and put it back. Okay. Wonder what he was doing. He's probably selling the exotic animals too. He's probably a dealer. Well, he's obviously dealing meth, but also animals. All right. Groom stopped from boarding flight for outrageous reason. What is this outrageous reason? Is this Buddy? It says groom. Okay, yes. Whatever he does. This big dog right here, I guess. Airport security stopped Mr. Vale because they say he's impersonating an air crew. Obviously, he kinda is. No one wears this thing. Or the little flight cap. No one wears those. A groom to be almost stopped going on his stag. What the hell does that mean? Was almost stopped from going on his stag do at the airport because security thought he looked too realistic in an embarrassing fake female cabin crew outfit. Dad of 3. He's a dad of 3. Joe Vale, a bathroom fitter from Birmingham, West Midlands, was dressed in a navy and yellow women's aircrew suit, cobbled together from the internet by his best man for less than. Okay, so he's not just randomly wearing this. Alright, so you know what white people like to do? Their friends love to put them up to shit like this and they go through with it. This is great. I love it. Completed with a Ryanair lanyard. Okay, that's a little yellow thing. Picture of Mr. Vale, not in uniform, and bearing the name Joanne, Mr. Vale. All who had to pass security and baggage checks was in Weatherspoons and Birmingham Airport departure lounge, enjoying a few pre-flight beers with his friends before the flight took off to Portugal on Monday. But disaster struck when security guards approached the group and told Mr. Vale he could not get on the flight because he was impersonating an airline. Mr. Vale said they even threatened to call the police. I would too. You can't have this. You can't have the little thing. You can't have on the flight cap. If he just had on the regular uniform, no one could say anything. But the little yellow lanyard or whatever, this thing around his neck, plus the flight cap, yeah, you can't mistake him. He could have said he was in, I don't know, like in a transition or something. Who knows? Mr. Vale's lanyard was deemed too realistic, so he couldn't even just not thrown away. No. They could. They confused how anyone could mistake him for an official aircraft employee. Mr. Vale and his best man, Rob Hampton, pleaded with security to let them see the common sense. Nah, people would get confused. This is very easily confusable. At one stage, the stag in the bar is just like a pilot. After a tense stare down, Mr. Vale married Lizzie on May 29th, not May 25th. It was ridiculous. They might think he's a genuine because from behind, like, you can't see his face. You might be like, oh, that guy's an aircraft person. But yeah, okay. Yeah, nah, this ain't it, Chief. Cause he's actually marrying a. Yeah, this ain't it, Chief. But hey, this wasn't cap. No cap. All right, so look, we got another story at a zoo. Man died of blunt force injuries at U.S. Zoo after suspected kangaroo fight. Suspected, I think you'll know. Like his chest might be caved in from a kick. Five-star farm in Loris, South Carolina. Oh, South Carolina. There's kangaroos in South Carolina. South Carolina officials investigated death of Eric Slate, 52. You made it to 52 and you died from fighting a kangaroo. That could have been prevented. And conditions of the petting zoo owned by his brother. Oh, he was an owner. Officials in South Carolina are investigating the death of a man who was believed to have been killed while fighting a kangaroo in an enclosure at a children's pet zoo. Eric Slate, 52, died of multiple blunt force injuries, according to Tamara Willard, chief deputy coroner of Horry County. Local officials say Slate's brother of five-star farms owner Robert Slate liked to enter the enclosure containing kangaroos and wallabies and roughhouse with a kangaroo named Jack. Kangaroo Jack, taking souls in real life. Mark Cossey, a Horry council member, told Newsweek that the animal was not euthanized and that the inspectors would visit the farm this week to look at the enclosure and assess conditions at the zoo. Tribute posted, I guess he gets a tribute, but bro, you were trying to fight a big ass animal. Kangaroos are like 300 pounds and jacked. They're almost pure muscle, and their legs hurt, and they have little claws and shit. If you've never seen two kangaroos fight, you should watch it. They kick, they got the claws, and they fuck each other up all day. Yeah, Eric engaging with a kangaroo of almost the same height, so kangaroos are big too. So this guy was probably 6 feet, maybe around there. Your memory will live on, your voice will be heard, and Jack, buddy, I wouldn't call it kangaroo, his buddy. Be fine, he wrote. My brother, my friend, my rock, you left with a smile on your face. He shouldn't have been in there fighting with the kangaroo. And why was no one with him while he was fighting the kangaroo so they could like push the kangaroo away from him or something like that? There are a number of animals in this incident. All animals were accounted for. Further statement from the farm said it was not nor out of his secure enclosure. Yeah, they said earlier he walked into the enclosure. But yeah, even in petting zoos, you're not supposed to walk in the enclosure. You're too close to the animals at that point. They think you're a threat. So I wouldn't say put the kangaroo down. This was completely this guy's fault. Damn. No cap. This was completely avoidable. I thought he was like he fell into like the pit or something and the kangaroo got him. No, this was absolutely avoidable. But y'all gotta start capping, bro, because this is getting a little too real out here.